Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. This is going to be another video for Raid Shadow Legends. So, my Arbiter quests, as you know, through the previous videos have been complete. And the last time you saw her, she died, which is kind of dumb. But she had 260, 270 speed. Well, now she has been fully ascended. We should just definitely do a guide on this chick. Hot looking high elf, and she's now 310 speed. And there's major room for improvement. Quickly, well, not really on the shield, but we can improve. We can improve on our rare item for sure. Only 10 there, any better glyphs. And this is a nice piece here, 24. So we'll just quickly hit the full stats. We'll look at our skill set. We will tell you guys why she needs to be fast. And well, why she's just so good. She's used in every single team you're going to ever use, you know. So 63,000, almost 64,000 HP, not unintentional at all. 1850 attack, 1930 defense. The only thing I was looking for was genuinely speed. We don't give him the Great Hall Arena. I did put on the Masteries. Lord of Steel. She's 310. Crit rate, crit damage. Do not build her for damage. She's just much better. Kinda tanky, really fast. That's it. And the resistance is not too bad. Accuracy is unimportant. If you can get resistance a bit higher, it doesn't kill. It just means potentially less poisons and less debuffs can be cast upon you. So if you just tap on skills, it says Gaze of Justice. This is her A1. It's partially booked. You'll have to bear with me. No, don't hang me. I can't afford all these Lego books. I do have to kind of get them from competitions and all this kind of things. So within due time, it will be done. But Gaze of Justice attacks one enemy 2 times, so multi-hit is always good. Each hit is a 30% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. So it's a small version of weaken, it'll hit twice. You're not going for the damage, you're not necessarily putting in the accuracy to try and land it. But if you are, and if you have some accuracy, the weaken debuff is actually really good. For instance, in dungeons, levels 1 to 15, weaken beats decreased defense, and 16 to 20 is pretty much the other way around, decreased defense beats weaken. But weaken is a really good debuff. It's like 20-25% less damage, or 15, could be as low as that, but it's one of my favourite debuffs. So for Arbiter to have that in our kit, I think it's a really cool move, and I think it goes with the character quite well. She's going to revive her teammates, give them HP, turn meter, all this stuff, so she's going to weaken the enemies. Having that part of our kit is really cool. It goes to a 50% chance, which is okay. So enforced humility, almost said humidity, but never mind. Attacks all enemies 1 time. Has a 75% chance 100 when booked of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. So this is another handy move. This is not for damage pretty much at all. This is so if you're in an arena, for instance, it could be dragon, because you will take her everywhere. If we just focus on the arena, just for the example, to decrease these buffs, that could effectively strip Skull Crown over unkillable. It'll, if anybody's got 2 turns, conditional heal. That's what it's called. Yeah, for 2 turns it goes to 1. If it's increased defense for 1 turn, it takes it off. It's really effective in arena. It's a really good move and going to 100% chance. If you can lessen the duration of any enemy buffs by 1 turn, take it. And it goes to 100% chance. It is a really good move. It's quite strong in the arena. It will help you out. Mentor of Heroes. So she fills the turn meters of all allies by 30%, which is really good. Along with, I think, potentially secret or another rare. That's the best that we're going to get, 30%. And then places a 50% increased attack buff on allies for 2 turns. So turn meters, Arbiter is made fast, so this cycles round and round. And the objective is going to give you turn meter. The quicker you can cycle it, the more turn meter you're going to get. The increased attack buff is good because if you've got, let's say 2000 attack, you now get 3000. Get 50% extra. If you build somebody, if you've got fantastic gear, you've got 4k attack, then you're getting 50% of that 4k. So it's really, really effective, and it can be dangerous when there's nukers on the team because of that increased attack buff. Could be all they need to take you out. On top of that, she heals all allies by 25% of their max HP if they have less than 50% HP, which is really, really cool. So increase turn meters, give you an increased attack buff, and then heal you by 25% if you're below 50% HP, which there's no way you can fault this move. It's extremely strong. We're going to see, because we're going to take her through Dragon. We'll do a few runs in Dragon. We'll put in a weak team and see how this kind of goes. But yeah, Meta of Heroes is a really, really good part of our kit. So, Destiny's Call level 1 revives all dead allies to 35% HP, which is pretty cool. It fills the turn meters of all allies by 20%, which is decent enough. Grants an extra turn to this champion if any ally was successfully revived. I'm pretty sure we would only be using this unless the AI has an issue when somebody is dead, otherwise it would be kinda pointless just to do it for the turn meter. But after she revives allies and she gives them 35% HP, we could then go to this one and get a heal because we've got less than 50% HP. So the moves go together quite well. She has a great aura. This is why people love her in Arena, why she's so good, why you will see her in Platinum, Gold 4, and if you finish your missions before then it could be a lot sooner. But increases ally speed in Arena battles by 30%. So whatever your speed is, adds 30%. That's crazy. So 310 plus 30% is 340 something. Maybe 350, I'm not too sure. Masteries. I think I showed this on the previous video. So we went there. So I could just take less damage from AoE attacks. Arena, you will get AoE attacks. Decreases damage if I get any of these debuffs on me. So I can survive longer than my teammates to then revive them. A 50% chance to remove one random debuff from this champion when they lose 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy hit, because you never know. Delayed death is cool, it just reduces damage taken from a specific enemy and it stacks up to 6%. Down to retribution, which hindsight maybe should not have picked. What else could I have picked? Maybe cycler events for the turn meter. Not sure if I made the right call there, but that's okay. On the support tree we've got 3 accuracy, chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when he buff cast by this champion as the meter expires. So after the increased attack goes off, that will take effect. Lower steel we have spirit haste, timely intervention at the bottom, just extend buffs. So the masteries are designed around our kit. The extend buffs, you know, you could have taken the heal option instead, but this is just to support her kit. The skills are partially halfway done. I had 4 books and would you believe none of them went even close to here. That's all I was looking for to start with. So we're at 310 speed. Let's take her into, or will we go into Arena? We'll go dragons. We'll take Kale or somebody in to take care of the dragon, because essentially all the waves are kind of the same, it's just different enemies, so I won't bore everyone by doing every dungeon. What we will do is go filter, go rank, arbiter for the speed lead. I went this champion here for decreased defense. We'll take a royal guard as well. I will take a Kale for a little bit of damage, and I will throw in just people that don't have lifesteal, people that may die, and let's see how this gets on, and then we'll see if Arbiter's kit stands up as high as it should. We know it will, we know it will. She's faster than everybody, so you know she's giving con first. After crumble and blast, decrease defense, takedown, increase turn meter again into reduced turn meter, single hit. If there was buffs, we could have lowered them down. The main concern is hoarding, and Tyrell can be extremely tanky and quite annoying. He refuses to die sometimes. So let's see how long it takes us. And if anybody dies, like I say, we have the revive. And because we're reviving someone, so we get an extra turn. So you can then heal them because they're below 50% HP, which is a brilliant skill set. The more you read it, the more it just makes absolute sense. And it makes absolute sense, which it has weaken on our kit as well. Strengthen us, weaken the enemy. I love it. Decrease their buff duration. Just a brilliant kit all round. So 1 minute, 6 seconds, we're chaving away. After this, we'll see if there's arena, and then we'll see who we can potentially pick on in there. So we just have to allow the damage to come through. We don't have much CC. I removed like miscreated monster. We have Nethril, but we have a reviver. Kale is going to kill the dragon by himself. We don't need Nethril. He will be handy for the poisons though, don't get me wrong. Nethril potentially is going into my unkillable, budget unkillable clan boss team, because he will constantly just go A1, A1, which is a fantastic thing that Palladium have done if you've looked at the patch recently. Also with Cold Heart, so we're no longer a Waste Heart Seeker, so that's, you've no idea how big that is. So 2 minutes 11 seconds. Come on dragon, what you got? You ain't going to kill anybody on my team. And the objective for a dragon is throw up the poisons to make sure this, he does not get his scorch move, because it'll just mess your whole team up. You don't want to be stunned, it'll mess up the rotation, and it can become quite bad quite quickly. It's looking like a pretty good steady run so far. We have a weaken up, which gives us more damage. It's one of my favourite debuffs, I think it always will be. Decreased defense, it cannot get any better. A beautiful takedown. And then we're just about to get these poisons to tick off. And we're looking like a fairly strong team here. Okay, we've took damage. Arbiter stands strong. She will revive anybody that dies, so we don't have to worry about anybody dying. For the video though, it would be nice if somebody did. There we go, the poison got him. So, there we go, she did not prioritize it. Strange. She will, so she has another turn. Come on, Arbiter. Oh, did she revive Nethril before? I'm not sure now. Let's see if we can cycle back. Okay. 3 minutes 33 seconds. Still not really that bad. I forgot that Nethril... Did Nethril die before? We may have to check. I think it's just because it's it could be our cooldowns. I know I need to get it booked out. Just think, is Ice Golem worth it? I mean, we could go into Ice Golem, Fire Knight, So you could speed up your cold hearts, speed up the decreased defense. This one might actually do Fire Knight. Mix it up and do Fire Knight. People do Ice Golem constantly, so let's try. Let's see, because Arbiter is good regardless. Alacrity is good for decreased turn meter. Nethril is good for decreased turn meter. We will need decreased defense. So, will we use Arbiter? You know what? Yes, we will. We're going to throw it in, and then we're going to find Cold Heart, hopefully. Where are you, Cold Heart? How embarrassing. Cannot find my champions. There we go. So we're going to take in Stagnite for the multi-hits. Multi-hit, multi-hit, multi-hit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Stag. There's not really much point in roll a guard here. He's weak affinity. I just don't feel like there's any point to it, if you know what I mean. Kale is actually really good here. He does have some reduced turn meter. So let's double speed boost. Not a single speed boost. Let's make the team a team that we can revive if we need to. Let's see if this works. After this we might call it quits. But I think the message going out will still be the same. Arbiter can be used everywhere. New to me. That's why the compositions I'm choosing may not be the ones that you would choose yourself, but you'll have to bear with me on that. The keep being open was literally my only hope of getting her fully ascended, so I got that taken care of. She's fully ascended. I now have a level 50 man eater and painkeeper and a seeker to work on for clan boss, so that will be my next big thing. You guys will be with me every step of the way. That's obvious. I'm going to share everything. The very first run I do with this team, you're going to see it. I'm not going to keep anything away from the channel. I'm going to share it. If you like it, if you like the team, if you think I made a mistake, then feel free to let me know. So wave 2 of Fire Knight, we just got Lich to worry about because he's kind of a pain. The rest should be fine. We've got Arrow and Centurion. Decrease max HP, they're not necessarily a huge threat. I'm sure it's Centurion. So negation, we can revive. That's okay. Can we stun? Yes. So I'm curious why Arbiter will not revive straight off. That is a curious thing, is it not? Enforce humility. Do I need to come off of auto for a second? No, 2 turns. That's fine. We'll get to the... We can take 2 turns here to revive or get to the Fire Knight. That'll be fine. I have no issues with that. Cracking on. There we go. 2 turns went by like nothing. So the books will help with Arbiter. It's a shame Raid in 2021. I'm going to have to do a video with things Raid should do. And one of them is let me select which skill I want to put a book into. Don't just make me have to put in 16 books or 10 books or 8 books. With Lightsworn I've got lucky. A1 isn't booked, A2, A3 is. That's all I need. Both of them. That's where they landed. Mausoleum Mage, I think I potentially got lucky with him as well. 1 book on his cooldown. So I think in addition to everything that they've clearly got going on, that would be something cool. Let me choose which skill to place a book into. For progression, for the free to play, community, etc. It's the right thing to do. So no heart seekers from Art of Pain. Oh, single hit. But swarm, 3 hits, 1 hit. Are we in time for a heart seeker? Nope. We're down. So Arbiter we will just have to bear with till we get the revival. I'm not sure Kyle was the best choice. If I'm being totally honest, but that's why we chose him. So the team is back and ready to go. She took an attack, cloak of fire, but I think this is just going to be redundant. This is not the best team to show her off in. There's different poisoners that could be extremely different. The dragon was a success, so we'll just go with the dragon. I very rarely do Fire Knight. I do it now and again. I'm not a farmer of it. It's normally dragon, spider, pretty much everywhere apart from Fire Knight and Ice Golem randomly. But let's just kind of leave on a high note. If you haven't pulled Arbiter, you're probably not like to. You probably won't. The missions are here. Just try to do them one at a time. Because it's all you can do, don't look too far ahead. Just focus on one mission at a time, use resources accordingly, and you will definitely get her. We'll do a quick review for RB. I'm going to start calling her RB now. So Arena Offense 5. So I haven't really done this. If I have, we'll do it again, double check. She could be a 5 everywhere. Minotaur's Labyrinth, you wouldn't need to use her. So yeah, you wouldn't need to use her Minotaur's Labyrinth. Clan Boss, I've seen her in like really good Clan Boss teams, so I still think she's good Fire Knight, but we'll say 4. Lysandra does have the decreased turn meter. That's the only difference. Ice Golem, I've seen her in great teams in Ice Golem. Faction Wars, yeah, I mean, it should be a shoe-in that she should fit into that team perfectly fine. Spider, I mean, if you had like a niche setup, a Royal Guard, Sculptor, Arbiter, and you could take this spider out in a few hits, then she could actually be really good. So we'll leave it as a 3. I think 3 is kind of fair. All the keeps. It just depends. Let's give it a 4 because it's void. Let's not be colorist. Campaign locations, unless you're unless I think I'm actually going to go very good in that one, because I've got a suspicion if I take somebody in for a nightmare, could she be the key to helping me get it complete? That keep there, put up the shield, increase attack. I think we'll just leave them how they sit. So there you are. Rating 5526, complete for Arbiter. Guys, this is how I've got her so far. She's 310 speed. I'm super proud. Just because the gear is not necessarily fantastic, but I've managed to get such a high speed. You've seen her in Dragon. I think I maybe picked a team destined to fail in Fire Knight. But we get the picture. She's going to heal you, revive you, increase your turn meter, take an extra turn, give you another heal. She's got weaken, reduces the buff duration on your enemies. Arbiter is the Queen of Raid, the undisputed Queen of Raid. And she's just absolutely amazing. So I will continue to use her. I think what I want to do is, I want to do a separate video in Arena with Arbiter, just showing how the speed booster works at the start. I think it would be much better for you and for me, and I think it would get you, I think you wouldn't be bored watching it. So guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. My Arbiter is getting there. If I get more speed gear, you'll be the first guys to see it. And if you've made it to the end of this video, I love you all. See you next time, guys.